Welcome to our next edition of You Chat Be Very. Today with me I have Damien Williams, and today we're going to talk about his essay and what he did to prepare for this essay. So we take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to You Chat Be Very. So Damien, tell us your name, what school you attend, and how old you are.
I'm Damien Williams. I'm 18 and attend the British Virgin Islands Seventh-day Adventist School. I'm in fifth form, and about, I guess, over the course 3 weeks or 2 weeks now, I was selected to write the essay for the Queen's Birthday competition.
So Damien, tell us a little bit about the beacon lighting.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's after winning the general competition. It was a part of the Queen's celebration. So I guess in each territory or state ruled by the British, they had a beacon being lit for her birthday. So it was an honor to light the beacon for the British Virgin Islands along with some other children. And I think it was here, Virgin Gorda and Dustman Lake, I think, or one of the other islands, they were all being lit at the same time. So it's something, kind of a unification thing.
So who inspired you to write this essay for the BVI, the British Virgin Islands?
Well, being in fifth form, this month, I only stay home to really study for my CXCs and go to school. So a day I came to school and I walked to school, so I was sweating and panting, and I came to Mr. Tobin's office to actually lend a napkin, a tissue from the secretary, and there's a lady, Miss Penn, she works in government, and she was in Mr. Tobin's office, and they were like, come inside. So I'm looking like, what did I do now? And while I'm sitting down there, she was pleased to tell me that I won the essay competition, not just in my category, but on a whole. So it was kind of a heartwarming experience to actually write it, because I had agreed with Mr. Tobin to write something else, but he called me the night before and was like, boy, you have this essay? And I'm like, what essay? He's like, for the Queen, because the school was being, I guess, put with the other schools to compete in the competition. So the governor was coming to school to advertise it. And he didn't want, well, not just him, but I felt as if that our school not participating would have looked bad for the governor to come. So I took it upon myself to manage my schoolwork and writing the essay with some help from my father and my grandmother. And I won the competition.
I congratulate you on that. So what process did you have to go through? Like, what steps did you take to
Okay, well, former English teacher from St. George's, Miss Melanie Sanderson, always told me to jot down what you feel and what you're thinking before you write to make sense. So what I was doing, I literally just wrote whatever came to mind, meaning about British and me as a person. And when I write from the heart. So basically I was just writing what made me feel being British is. And after having my essay, I was like, this is good enough. And I called my grandmother because my mother's not home. And she's like, oh, this sounds good. And she's giving me all this feedback. But then I said, I want to get another opinion. So I called my father. He's like, no, you need to make it factual, make it this, that. He made it structurable. He didn't add anything to it, which I like, but he moved it around so it would flow a certain way. So after having it, I said, Daddy, is it good? He's like, yeah, it's jamming. So then my mother comes home. She works at the hospital, so she comes home a little late. And I said, Mommy, I'm in a competition. And she's like, what competition now? I'm like, for the Queen's 90th celebration. And she's like, oh, and I gave her the essay to read, and she's like, I said, what do you mean, She's like, it's good. I was like, just good? She's like, it's good. And 2-3 days later, I heard I had won the competition.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I commend you on your excellent work again.
Thank you very much.
So we will take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to You Chat BVI. So Damien, what are the different categories they had in this essay competition?
Well, I think to make it a broad perspective, there was a secondary division, which was my group. The tertiary thing was the college, and then there was one for adults, so that would be out of school. And not only did I win my category, but Miss Penn told me that I won the competition overall, which was our category. So it was kind of something I really, like, wow, I won amongst adults. But everybody, they were honorable, I guess to say, opponents. It was really heartwarming to see and read everybody's essay, especially Miss Eileen Passing. She's a very, I look up to her very much. So reading her essay on the night of the beacon lighting was very, it touched me because it's like, wow, I won over Miss Eileen. And it's like, she said to me herself, I deserve to win because I knew what I was saying. And it made me feel a certain way from a good perspective because it's like I could express myself to a point where I can win and other people can notice how I feel and not just mere people my age. Another contestant that I really liked her piece was Jada Angus. She's a student at the Emma Stout High School. I know Jada personally and reading her essay, I know Jada writes well. And I love to see how she has grown, not just academically, but how she structures her words and what she came up with was something really beautiful to read. So I think that everybody's essay was good, but I just felt honored that I was able to win for not just myself, but my school.
So did you think that you wasn't going to win because they had a lot more people that came in and you think they were better than you?
Well, honestly, I didn't think I had a chance of winning just because I did it the night or the 2 nights in front. But when I really saw that the poster was not just in our school, but it was in town, it was in other schools, I thought that other private schools would flood with essays and that they would be so crowded and they would look at mine. But seeing that I was the only participant from my school, I don't know if that somehow
put all the attention on you.
Yeah, but it was really good to see that my little essay could have done, it was something great for my school, not just I guess for the Queen's birthday, but it's showing that the children are involved in something. And I'm very grateful for Mr. Tobin for pushing me.
Okay, so we'll be right back, and after this commercial break, we have Damien read his essay for y'all in a little bit, so stay tuned. Welcome back to You Chat BVS. So now Damien is going to read his essay for us that he did so well and perfect. So Damien.
What does being British mean to me? Pride, gratification, solidity, security, support, and integrity are words that come to mind when thinking of British patriotism. The love for one's country is keen and honorable, but what does being British mean to me? To be British is to be under the rule of Britain, to follow the lifestyle of a developed, sophisticated, and very historic society under which we are subjected to. Be England what she will, with all her faults, she is my country, a quote from Charles Churchill. I was born in Roadtown, Tortola, in these beautiful and unique British Virgin Islands. So for me, being a citizen of a British territory carries a certain British identity, which is dear to me. I am fully aware that with this status comes certain responsibilities and rights. This helps to bridge a gap in building a strong sense of shared identity and social unity. Therefore, it is important to be clear about what it means to be British, what it means to be part of a British culture, and importantly, to be firm in making the point that what comes with the set of values are not just to be shared, but also accepted. Being a British citizen is a blessing to my society. I'm aware that I have certain responsibilities to my country, just as the country has certain responsibilities towards me. Therefore, I'm aware of both my privileges and my duties which I hold dear. First and foremost, my duty is loyalty to the country of my birth. I'm willing to make whatever necessary sacrifices to ensure that life and liberty continues to be the hallmark of being British. I am a firm believer in law and order, and this comes with certain responsibilities, with showing some respect for the Constitution and British identity. I believe that my second duty is to be vigilant against any enemies of my country. We joyful British citizens are under British protection in the British Virgin Islands from all enemies, both internal and external. For this reason, I feel a sense of obligation to do my best to protect not myself, but my fellow citizens as best as I can. This also means to encourage friends and associates to walk through the right path, not to become involved in actions that can change their lives for the worse. I have a keen interest in national events, which is why I take serious interest in all political matters affecting my country. Also, being a British territory has also exposed me to what happens in the United Kingdom from a political perspective, and how it can affect the British Virgin Islands. It is also very important to be a model citizen. This comes with having a positive attitude and clean habits to match. I am a very spiritual person who holds a firm belief in God. I believe that my role in society is to do the best that I can, with helping my fellow citizens in any way that I can. This includes reaching out to help the poor and needy and show kindness to all. Overall, my goal is to lead a sincere life of excellence in anything that I do. I honor the flag and what it stands for. I firmly believe that duty is one of the core foundations of any great nation. The Union Jack portrays loyalty, honor, duty, freedom, protection from all those who may seek us harm. These are the things that exemplify what being British means to me. It is important that I do my duty and give back whenever and wherever I can.
So that was a good essay from Damien Williams. So Damien, I have like 2 or 3 more questions from you. How does it feel after you read that essay of yours?
It's still good to read it again because it's bringing back to mind the energy and work I put into it. Still again, it would really be good to at least have a copy of me at all times because it's really, I guess, showing what I accomplished at a point in my life coming out of high school. It was like a last achievement, something else I did other than my academic work. So it's really good to have that to say I am proud of my country and I won that competition.
Okay, so what advice do you have for kids that want to enter into a competition but they are scared to?
I'd say do your best. With any anything you do, do your best. That's always a funny thing to say because people say the best is not enough or the best doesn't get them the praise. That's not the point. Once you write from the heart, and I would say even if it's an essay or anything, make sure somebody you trust or can look up to can look over it. If it's something literal, if it's something craft made or something else, let somebody who's experienced look over it. So you know you put your best foot forward and you still growing as an individual, have somebody else to look over it or second opinion, but still enter the competition. Once you do your best, once your best is enough for their standards or whoever is judging the competition, you may win. If you don't win, you still did your best and you still tried your hardest.
Okay, well my advice would be always have pride in the work that you do. So that's the little advice that I have for you. Pride is what it all takes to feel like a winner. So you have been tuning into UChat BVI. If you have any topics you would like us to talk about, if you want to be a guest on our show, you can just call 544-7596 or email us at uchatbvi@gmail.com. Thank you and have a good day.